This is Mighty Avengers 27, because there is a Captain Atamant comic that I am finding it impossible to review because it keeps springing shut whenever I turn a page. This is some more of Dan Slott's run on this book, and with this issue, his 7th issue on the title, he has to bring in a co-writer, and straight off the bat, I can notice this issue has been about 90% of their comic, with very little Dan Slott. This begins a 5-part story with an all-new bad guy called The Unspoken. And we have this good cover here showing him fighting U.s.agent and the Flash. The Unspoken, he is one of the Inhumans, but this was before they were better than the Excellent Men. And we set him up at the beginning. He was the king of the Inhumans before Blue Balls, but he was king by virtue of him being the most powerful of all the race. However, one day he was ousted from his rule by Blue Balls and the rest of the royal family. I remember someone telling me that this screwed up the Inhumans' continuity, but I didn't remember how, and I didn't care enough about the Inhumans to learn about how Blue Balls was meant to have become the king. So they storm the castle, and they each attempt to fight the Unspoken. The Unspoken has this nondescript energy power over transformation. He can control the unhuman mutations and evolutions. And a lot of this comic is spent with the Inhumans. And I didn't get why, because back then, they were not meant to be better than the Excellent Men. Where is the Phoenix Force, damn it? I have pointed out before how we have some bad coordination because the editor of this book, Tom Beevort. There are 2 books at the same time which have this Avengers team alongside the Inhumans. I already reviewed the other one, an Inhumans mini-series where the Avengers showed up to help them fight a big robot thing. And then there is this, and they came out at the same time. And it's just really weird and clunky to have this team have 2 separate adventures with the Inhumans in quick succession of each other. When the Unspoken, when he got booted out of the kingdom, he was banished, and his name was... They removed his name from all the history books, and that is why whenever they say it, it is blacked out in the comic. He is kicked out, and this is the last time any Inhuman will ever say his name aloud. Blue Balls says it, and because Blue Balls has a magic inhuman voice power, it sends the Unspoken flying the fuck off the mountaintop. However, the next morning, he is retrieved by the Alpha 5s. And years later, perhaps decades later, The Unspoken returns and is in China. The credits for this issue list Dan Slott as the plotter and Gage as the scripter. The script is good, the scripting and the writing is good, but the plot is riddled with problems. First, we have that stuff with the continuity. I didn't know it, so I kind of expand on that. Secondly, we have this idea that potentially for decades, the Unspoken has apparently sat around in China waiting until right now to actually do something. Our next plotting problem is on the next page. Even though the Unspoken was removed from Unhuman history and never spoken of again, him being named as the Unspoken is hammering that home. The idea is that nobody speaks of him at all. Somehow, the Flash, who lived with the Inhumans for a few years, the Flash is completely aware of who the Unspoken is and how he was the king before Blue Balls. And it is a shame that the plot has such gaping holes, because we have this scene with u.s.agent and the Flash. They have gone to China to investigate energy surges related to the Unspoken. And I love these two characters, and the scripting is good. There's nice bits with u.s.agent. There is this great bit with the Flash and his fight or flight instinct. Then we have the rest of the team. We didn't see much of them this issue. They get introduced to their new base, Infinite Avengers House. And there are the credits. Dan Slott, plot, Gage, script. Dan Slott, recently he made a huge deal about how whenever he has co-writers, he always makes sure that they are credited, which I didn't believe to be true because he is a liar. And our co-writer, or should I say the real writer of this issue, he doesn't get credited on the cover. I could talk more about this new headquarters, but it sadly goes nowhere. I get the feeling Gage was setting up stuff that Dan Slott wasn't interested in. And one of the main subplots in this book has been Charlotte Witch, and you would hope that Dan Slott would be invested in his own storylines enough that he would actually write the issues that feature and resolve this major thread. Back in China, the Chinese superheroes show up to confront the Unspoken, and all but two of these are new characters. And the reason that they are new characters is because on the very next page, nearly all of them are killed. The two pre-existing ones survive. And I think this is the most tasteful way to do these sorts of wholesale superhero slaughterfests. All these ones that die have never appeared before, so nobody is upset to see them gone. And seeing this demonstration of the Unspoken's power, u.s.agent says that they have to call in not just the rest of their team, but all the Avengers teams. That is the cliffhanger, and I like this issue, but I have been a bit catty in this because of Dan Slott and because of that Captain Atomant comic that I couldn't get a review recorded for because, seriously, I did 24 takes and barely got past 2 minutes without the binding fucking me over. Mighty Avengers 27 is a good comic by Nokia and Gage. They should have just given him the book full stop and got rid of that weak link who so far has written 1 good story and then 3 mostly bad issues after it. I'll give this one 7 thumbs up because I could turn the pages successfully without complaint.